Today we're going to talk about stablecoins and what their potential is for the future. Let me start by saying, or making sure you understand, that there's a difference between a crypto asset and a cryptocurrency. All cryptocurrencies are crypto assets, but all crypto assets are not cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are sort of derivatives, not derivatives, but they are part of the family of crypto assets, but they're not. There is a difference. Stable coins. Why do we need them? One, a medium of exchange, a way that you can do transactions from one currency to another currency. Fungibility, that the currency, all currencies are the same basically. A dollar bill is a dollar bill. Stable coins have to have, like money, a store of value in order for it to exist. Just basically on a sidetrack, when you look at crypto assets, you find collectibles, games, things of that nature. They operate over a blockchain. And a blockchain is a series of computers that are interconnected that cannot be changed once a block is sent to it. They all have the same records, a general ledger system that is decentralized. You can think of it like this. If we were all in a bank, and in the bank there were all glass shelves, and I put a dollar bill in the glass shelf, in a glass box, and you saw that transaction and recorded that, I can never go back and deny I didn't do it, because each one of the computers on the system would have the same copy. And that's trust, and that's very critical. So blockchains are secure, peer-to-peer, decentralized networks. Now, let's go back to stablecoins for a moment. Stablecoins have to have an attachment to something to show their value, and there are certain types of stablecoins that are related to something of value. One of them is called a fiat collateralized stablecoin. That is when your stablecoin is linked to the dollar bill. In other words, there's X amount of stable coins and X amount of dollar bills, but the dollar bills back up the stable coin, so the stable coin has value. There is also crypto collateralized stable coins, whereas the backup for the stable coin could be Bitcoin or Litecoin. And then there's commodity-backed stable coins, where the backup for the stable coin could be silver, gold, or oil. And then there are stable coins that work on algorithms with no backup. It's just the algorithm is smart enough to know how to manipulate the money to make sure that there's enough money when people come in to make a transaction. They're primarily, stable coins are also used for remittance or sending money home to your home country, which sort of makes cross-border payments like XRP somewhat of a rival to a stable coin, because in essence they're doing the same thing. In the United States, we just passed the Genius Act, which pegs stable coins to dollar bills. So the USD stablecoin that was just announced is backed by U.S. currency. When we talked about the different 4 types of things that can back up a stablecoin. Also, there is the Clarity Act, which basically gives a framework and regulations for stablecoins. The SEC has something called Project Crypto, which they announced, which has rules for custody, training, and all types of transactions on owning and transferring a stablecoin. So how do we do the how do we get the stablecoins? In the 1970s, there was a program called SWIFT. And SWIFT is a messaging system. It's a global networking system with over 11,000 financial institutions that are part of that system. And how it works is this: let's say you're in New York and someone else is in Dubai. What would happen is the SWIFT system would send a message from your account to the SWIFT system telling the bank in Dubai to debit your account, debit his account if he was sending you money, and credit your account. So no money actually transfers. It's a message that goes from one to the other. Another way people have used before stablecoins is traditional Western Union money transfers. But the cost is extremely high there, and time is critical. There are some programs called Remitex, which runs on Ethereum, which has come out as a competitor. And as I stated before, or I'm stating now, XRP, cross-border transfers, what I describe, and stablecoins basically do the same thing. So there's going to be a survivor between the XRPs and the stablecoins, and I think it's going to be the stablecoins because one, they made it to market first, and two, they can do what XRP does, cross-border payments, and do more. There's also PayPal. PayPal has its own coin. There is, in the U.S. government, we have something called CHIPS, which is a clearinghouse, whereas a payment system, it's a payment system so that people from one bank can submit a check and the check clears another bank. So there's a lot of competition out there for stablecoins, and I think the winners are going to be Tether and USD coin. The size of the market is estimated by 2032 to be $700 billion. It's a huge market. Ethereum will benefit from stablecoins because most of them run on stablecoins. Now, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and have a great day. Bye.